off a little bit. Good morning. This is Judge Alyssa Perez presiding over the 210th District Court Civil Docket for September 10th, 2025. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all directives regarding remote proceedings. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Mr. Nanez, would you call our first case, please?
Yes, ma'am. Calling cause number 2024 DCV 3622. Cesar Sanchez et al. Versus Blanca Orcasitas et al. Announcements, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ansel Escobar for plaintiffs.
Good morning.
Judge, I called Mr. Nunez 3 times and was unable to leave a voicemail due to the mailbox being full.
What is going on? I feel like let me pull this up in Odyssey. I feel like we've gone back and forth on this scheduling order. Let me see. We had the entry of scheduling order hearing back on August 13th, and I feel like there was some kind of email communication about getting an agreement. So, Mr. Escobar, can you give me an update?
Certainly, Your Honor. So we prepared a proposed discovery control plan and sent it to Mr. Nunez for his review, and we just haven't heard back whether he agrees or does not. We just don't have a position on it, so we submitted it to the court because we received an email from the court coordinator reminding us that it was past due, and we just submitted for your consideration.
So have you been in contact with Mr. Nunez at all? Does anybody know what is going on with Mr. Nunez?
I've tried to be in contact with Mr. Nunez. It hasn't been availing, Your Honor. And pre-litigation, he was also the attorney for the defendants, and I had a difficult time kind of moving it that way, which is kind of why we ended up in litigation right now. So long story short, I've not heard from him.
All right. What is the scheduling order? What does it have in terms of a trial date?
Your Honor, I believe it's set for March 27th, 2026 at this time.
No.
And then you had a number of kind of required deadlines that we, of course, abided by 60 days before trial for summary judgment. So we just filled in the deadlines that you require and then put in what we thought were some reasonable deadlines for experts and discovery. Although I think there's a typo as to the discovery deadline. I put 12/29/2026 and meant 12/29/2025. But I can certainly submit an amended, corrected version for Your Honor.
If you'll go ahead and submit that to the court. But what I'm showing on Odyssey is we have a March 27th trial date. And is that what's on this proposed scheduling order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So if you'll just send that to Ms. Hernandez, I'll sign off on it. And then Ms. Myrna will handle Mr. Nunez. Do we have, let me see, who is is it Ms. Duran, our clerk?
Hi, Judge. Yes, that's me.
Can you show me if Mr. Nunez opened the hearing notice for today?
Actually, on the status, it does say that there was an error when being sent the order setting hearing. I was verifying the email and everything did match. So I'm not sure if it was an error on e-file's part or possibly changed the email and didn't make the courts or the clerks aware for us to update it, but it is showing a status of error.
Okay, can you tell me, let me see. I see that would have been for the September 3rd order setting hearing. Is that right, Ms. Duran?
Yes, that's correct.
Can we go back to the one for July 22nd? I see there's an order setting hearing back then and see if we have the same result.
Yes, give me one brief second.
Okay, for my purposes, Mr. Escobar, for your purposes, you're good to go.
Okay.
And so once we get the order in, if there's any change in dates, we'll update it on Odyssey. Other than that, we're good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much for your time. You may.
It is also showing as an error, Judge.
Huh. This is strange. Myrna, can we look into what information we have on Mr. Nunez? Because I know on the criminal side, I've never checked to see that we have the correct information for him. I imagine it would be the same across Odyssey. And so I'm wondering if he's unaware he has outdated or incorrect information in Odyssey, but that would mean he doesn't get any notice for any hearings.
Judge, I will check some of the pleadings and see how they're filed, and then I'll also check with the Council of Judges because he has to notify them first if there's any changes in email information, but I'll verify that information.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. All right, Mr. Nunez, who's next? Thank you, Ms. Udon.
Judge, page 1, calling cause number 2023 DCV 0919, Van Lisa A. Scott versus Ernest Keith Cooper et al. Announcements, please.
Yes, Chris Brown, with the plaintiff.
Good morning.
And Matthew
Morning.
Smith on behalf of defendant German Trucking.
All right, we are set for entry judgment. And you all are here. So what's going on?
Do you want to go, Mr. Brown, or shall I?
You got it. You can go, Mr.
Okay.
Smith.
Yeah, we German Trucking has settled here. We've cut almost all the checks. We're still requesting 2 more checks to do it. We just had a lien that just got resolved very recently. So if we could just put this off for a little bit, because we're about to get plaintiff all of his money from, pay everyone that we need to.
Does that mean 30 days or 60 days?
I mean, I would prefer 60 if you want to only do it 30, I understand. But, I imagine 30 will be enough, but I don't want to come back in 30 days and say we need more
Let's
time.
do 60 days. Mr. Brown, you're right with that, I imagine.
I am, Your Honor. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
reset for entry 60 days. Thank you all for your patience for appearing, okay? Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, who's next?
Staying on page 1, Judge, calling cause number 2023 DCV 2917, Melinda Ontiveros versus Yailin Gonzalez. Announcements, please.
Good morning. This is Margaret Albritton for the plaintiff.
Brandon Grambling on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Good morning. Entry of judgment as well. How are we doing?
Yes, Your Honor. Dismissal was actually filed yesterday. We were able to get everything finalized earlier this week.
Okay, I'll admit I haven't looked too closely and I don't recall if I've already received it, but I'll look for it. So other than that, you all are good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Likewise.
Who's next?
Judge, on page 2, calling cause number 2023 DCV 3936, Crystal Garcia versus Juan Jose Galvan. Announcements, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ashley Steele on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Renee Flores on behalf of the defendant.
And status conference, let's see. Wow, this is old. What's going on?
Your Honor, we have run into the unique situation to where we have already had and received a tender of policy limits from opposing counsel. We have been trying to get the client in here who needs to understand and is not understanding that because it was timely tender and in accordance with Stowers rule, there will never be more. It's not like we can do a trial and receive a verdict larger because it was a timely tender. She's not entitled to additional funds outside the policy limit, and that we also have to pay her health insurance lien that was associated with this case, which she is also disputing. So I've been trying to get the client to come in, and we did have a conference, but unfortunately, in the last 2 conferences that we had, my depots ended up running later than they should have, and those meetings had to be rescheduled. Her mass meeting, which is about, I want to say, less than 2 weeks ago, because of her hours, we are trying to get her in as soon as possible to understand she needs, like, what the ramifications are. We had requested to be removed off the trial docket in this case because there's no point. The trial won't even result in a verdict or even if it results in a verdict larger than what the policy limit is, I wouldn't even be entitled to it, nor with my client, because it was a timely tender. So that's where we're at right now. It's the client trying to understand that first she hid additional treatment to both me, and then when it came out at deposition, that's when we continue to look through it, and she's very upset, the client, that why is there not more money? why is there not a state law requiring more? And that's because this is already above average policy limit.
Mm.
So we've been trying to explain the law to the client, and I'm trying to get her in person because when I talk to her on the telephone, it's just not making sense to her. And I'm trying to get her in. Mr. Flores and I have already understood what was going on. I've explained the rules to her via telephone. I'm trying to get her in person so that way we can explain it in person, to ensure all conversations, and hopefully get that release signed so we can start being put on entry of judgment. We haven't requested being placed on entry of judgment, even though there's been a timely tender, because we wanted to ensure releases were signed. That is where we are at this file.
All right. Okay, so what are you asking for? 30 days?
I would hope so. 30 days, maybe 45 days, only because as of right now, I am scheduled to be out of town at least 3 out of the next 4 weeks due to out of town trial settings.
Okay, so we'll do 45 days. It's going to be a status or a dismissal.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Mr.
you, Your
Flores,
Honor.
you don't have anything else? Both of you all are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Who's next?
Judge, on page 3, calling cause number 2024 DCV 5385, Mariner Finance LLC versus Deborah J. Rose. Announcements, please.
This is Glenn Work for the plaintiff, Mariner Finance LLC.
And just to be clear, I see Mr. Gonzalez keeps coming in. Let me see. Anyone here on behalf of Deborah Rose? I know we're set for default and I did receive your email, Mr. Work. Okay, not hearing anyone on behalf of Ms. Rose, you may proceed on your default.
Okay.
Default.
Thank you, Your Honor. This case was filed on December 2nd, 2024. And defendant was served on 12/17/2024. Deadline to file was January 6th, 2025. And no answer or other responsive pleading was filed. No personal appearance was made. Attached to the motion is a certificate of defendant's last known address. It's Exhibit 1. Attached is Exhibit 2 is an affidavit pursuant to the Service Members Civil Relief Act, certifying that defendant is not a current active duty member of the United States military. Attached to Exhibit 3 is a business record affidavit of Michael Ritzel, documenting plaintiff's damages. And that's Exhibit 3. And Exhibit 4 is my own unsworn declaration regarding attorney time and fees. And we asked for judgment in the amount of $3,087.18. Pre-judgment interest in the amount of $649.56. Post-judgment interest at the annual rate of 18%. Court costs in the amount of $478.35. And attorney's fees in the amount of $875, Your Honor.
Okay, the court did receive a review, the motion and the exhibits to the motion. Court will take judicial notice of all the documents in the clerk's file and grant default judgment and the amount requested. I have the proposed judgment. It is signed. It will be filed with the papers of the court, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Mr. Hernandez, who's next?
On page 3, Judge, calling cause number 2025 DCV 2036, Angeline Michaela Harpoon versus Transportadora Norte de Chihuahua et al. Announcements, please.
Good morning, Judge. Attorney Pooja Tiwari for plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Whoa, so there's a lot of, hold on. Let's have those announcements again, please.
Good morning, Judge. Pooja Tiwari for plaintiff.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cindy Vasquez on behalf of defendant Transportadora Norte de Chihuahua.
All right, scheduling status conference. Are you all ready for a trial date?
Your Honor, I don't think that we are. My client has been in the case since June 30th, 2025. There's a defendant driver who has not been served yet. I have not been authorized to accept service on his behalf. I understand that he is a Mexican citizen and currently resides in Mexico, and so service of process on this defendant driver would need to be completed pursuant to the proper channels, that is through the Hague Service Convention. I don't know if the plaintiff's attorney has initiated service of process or the proceedings for the same as to the driver. That's not to say that we're going to, stonewall any discovery, Your Honor. We're engaged in discovery, but I do think that this case would greatly benefit from another status conference in the next 60 or 90 days, as I don't think that we're ready for a trial setting just yet.
Thank you, Ms. Vasquez. Ms. Tawari, how are we on serving this other individual, Mr. Monreal, Espinosa Monreal?
Yes, Your Honor. We're trying to serve him through the chairman of Texas Transport Commission. We haven't got, like a process server hasn't given us any updates on whether the service has been affected, but we're trying to get him solved.
Okay, so we'll come back in 30 days since there is a process in place. We'll come back in 30 days to check status. Okay, so we're set for 30 days. Is there anything else you all need from the court?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you so much for your time. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye-bye. All right, next.
I'm also on page 3, Judge. Calling cause number 2023 DCV 3097, Griselda Barraza versus Walgreen Co. Announcements, please.
Stephen Lucy on behalf of the plaintiff, ready to proceed.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jim Mounts on behalf of Walgreen.
Good morning, counsel. So we're at a scheduling status conference as well. So I'm just going to ask, are you all ready for a trial date?
No, Your Honor. Daniela Labinati just entered into this case. The plaintiff terminated her representation with the former attorney, Daspit Law Firm. We are in the process of receiving the entire file, so we're unprepared at this time for a trial setting.
Okay, so I don't know. Our trial setting will be at least a year out.
Okay.
On how the court usually handles these scheduling status conferences. So unless you're sitting here telling me, you know what, Judge, we've got a mediation scheduled in 45 days, hold off, that kind of thing. Mr. Mounts, do you have any problem setting a trial date about a year out?
Your Honor, I don't, but I want to make sure that I am being as agreeable with Ms. Labinati as I can be. She did recently substitute in. Know that they haven't gotten all the file yet, and I know that there's potentially discovery that remains, as well as mediation to be done. So I certainly would defer to their preference, but whatever the court ultimately decides is fine.
So I think I'm comfortable and I'm not so inflexible that if you come back at the next setting and tell me, know what, Judge, that trial date you gave us is really not workable. I'm thinking October, November of 2026. And so unless there's something extraordinary going on, I'd rather secure you a date since it's so far down the road than not give you that date now and just let you all get to work. So Myrna, what do we have for October, November of next year in terms of a civil trial setting?
The civil trial in October, Judge, is October 9th.
Okay.
For November is November 6th.
Let's do the October date. And again, we'll have our interim settings. Let's just get that scheduling order in place. Certainly in terms of the scheduling order, if there is an agreement as to certain discovery deadlines, things of that nature, you all can agree to that and put it on the scheduling order. I also ask that you please agree to a mediator and include that on the scheduling order, return it to the court, and then we'll have our dates. And at least you're in the queue for a trial date down the road.
Judge, no objection to the concept of a date. I do want to inform the court that I have a conflict with that setting currently.
Do you want the November date better? The November, I don't remember the date. What was the November date, Bruna?
November 9th.
November 9th?
I have no conflict with that date, but again, defer to the court's judgment in that regard.
So we'll do the November 9th date, Mr. Lucy. I know everybody's busy, even a year and a half out, but let's go with that just so we can get the case on track. and that's plenty of time. Certainly, if anything comes up, let us know and we'll discuss it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, that entry hearing will be in 2 weeks. Please return it and we won't have to see you in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Will
Thank
do,
you.
Your Honor.
Have a good day, guys. Take care.
May we be excused, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll do November 9th. All right, who's next?
Judge, if I have a second, let's see if I have Mr. Reyes, Victor Reyes here. Samsung user, hello, who is this? Hello?
Whoever is going to need an interpreter, I know that.
Yes, ma'am, but I'm not even sure if it's him. Hello? We don't have our 1030s ready yet, Judge?
No, Mr. Benjamin and
Yes, but Mr. Chen is not here, and the one from Mr. Aranda. So we have one of each attorneys, but okay, let's see what Mr. Brock is here for.
Mr. Gonzalez, who it's a you're on what? 36.
And Your Honor, I'm here for Brock. Sorry to interrupt. I'm here for Brock for the 10:30.
Oh, okay.
The 1030. Okay.
So we're missing Mr. Hoagland on that
Yes, we
one.
are.
Your Honor, I was covering for Mr. Nunez. He was down in the 409th. We were handling something for him, but I was logging on that Blanco or Casitas case for Mr. Nunez.
Oh, okay. So
And you saw me, I was having technical difficulties, and then my phone died.
Ándale.
I miss Blackberries and fax machines, Judge.
I'm having trouble too because all of Mr. Nunez's notices of hearing are getting bounced back because he has some kind of incorrect email or something. What's going on?
I don't know, but when I see him this afternoon, because he uses me remotely, I'll talk to his assistant about it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of trouble because I have an outstanding order on that case that not counsel. No one can get in touch with him on it. That's a problem, and we've already reset it a couple of times. So he needs to come and fix things. Okay.
I will, Your Honor. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I heard Myrna talking.
Yeah.
No, I was just trying to tell you, Judge, the email for Mr. Nunez is the same information that we have at the council, and the pleadings have the same information.
Yeah, we have a problem. So I'm gonna.
I'll check that. I will personally check that for you since I made the call, Judge. You know me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been slimming down my practice. That's why you haven't seen me. Because I'll let you know. But I'm transferring into mediation and just simple probates and just do some retained criminal. And I'm getting out of those complex cases. So I'll probably go swing by and see you in a couple of weeks.
Alrighty. Well, this has been kind of an ongoing thing. Okay.
I know, Judge. I will talk to the assistant right now, and I'll check. I do know that he wanted to get an order for mediation, but I'll tell him to follow the motion. And from what I understand, there's been some discovery exchanged, and
I think I already did the order, and he's not
probably, Judge. I haven't looked at the file.
Yeah. All right.
I will jump on it. I will. You know me, Judge. And if not, I will call you personally. Okay. I will take care of that right now, Judge. No, you know me. I'll talk to his assistant right now. We'll take care of this in the next couple of days.
No worries. Have a good day.
You have a great day, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Mr. Aranda, I think with you here now, we're ready on your case. Let me see. I was going to.
Good morning, Judge. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Mr. Nunez, what about the case with Josh Spencer, the 1015?
Judge, I haven't anybody appear for Mr. Spencer.
Okay, let's take care of Mr. Aranda's case, then we'll come back.
Yes, ma'am. Last page of the docket, Judge. Calling cause number 2025 DCV 1391, Rosemary Weaver versus Trevor Williams. Announcements, please.
Marco Aranda for plaintiff. Ready?
Christy Neethler, I represent the defendants, River Oaks Properties and Trevor Williams.
Good morning. Is Miss Weaver here?
I don't think so, Judge. I was explaining to Miss, and I know I'm going to assassinate your name, is Needler?
Perfect.
Yeah. I lost track of her a couple of months ago, and so there's no way for me to contact her anymore. I sent her letters, phone calls, emails.
Was all of that in your motion, documented in your motion, Mr. Aranda?
I don't think so, Judge. I think I filed it. I might be incorrect in saying this, but I think I filed it when I still was in contact or had just been in contact with her. This is the issue, Judge. When I talked to her the last time, it was in April sometime. She agreed to the withdrawal. The only question that she needed time to, I guess, think about was whether or not I was going to file a motion to non-suit the case. And that was the last time I talked to her. So I don't know where she's at. I can't get a hold of her. And so, no, I don't think that was in my motion, Judge.
Yeah, and I don't see, obviously, there's a signature line on your motion for her agreement that is not signed. I also don't see the last known contact information for Miss Weaver. And so I need that as well. I don't know if, I feel like I received this via email and may have inquired about her presence here today. So I don't have a problem. Ms. Needler, did you have anything on the motion to withdraw?
No opposition.
Okay, so I don't have a problem on the withdrawal, but I would like, Ms. Redondo, for you to provide the court with your last known contact information for Ms. Weaver, because although I don't know if we had something, I'm going to send notice for the next hearing, which will be a dismissal hearing in 30 days.
Judge, I will send that to Ms. Needler, I'm sorry. And how do you want me to send it to the court, Judge? By email, by motion?
Ms. Hernandez? Email Ms. Hernandez. Frankly, you know, if you have an updated or amended motion to withdraw, that might be better to document the basis for the withdrawal. So I think I would prefer that with her last known address and whatever attempts you've made to contact her. With that, I'll review it. I anticipate granting it, and I will be setting this for a dismissal in 30 days.
Perfect, Judge. I will do that. Thank you so much.
Ms. Needler,
Thank you,
do you have
Judge.
anything for the court? No?
Nope, we appreciate it. We just wanted to make sure everything got on the record and the fact that the client was MIA and that they had talked about a non-suit, but Mr. Aranda covered everything.
Alrighty. Thank you very much. We'll see you maybe in 30 days.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Goodbye, Judge. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Ms. Needler.
Let's take care of Mr. Before we get to Mr. Well, no, I don't see anybody. I don't see Ray Hoagland.
No, ma'am. We have Mr. Spencer here now.
Ah, okay. Let's go back to that one.
Mr. Spencer, are you there?
Yes, good morning. I'm sorry I'm late.
On page 2, Judge.
Go ahead.
Calling cause number 2024 DCV 1590 Amber Herrera et al. Versus Andrew Omar Robles et al. Announcements, please.
Joshua Spence on behalf of Mr. Herrera, plaintiff.
All right. And so I'm showing we are set for a scheduling status conference. I'm showing the defendants are all still unserved. Is that correct?
That's correct, Judge. I'm having a hard time getting finding them. So, and I've had my process server been doing checks on with the license plates that we have. So we may have to do. We're just trying to do our due diligence before we request for a motion for subservice.
Okay. So you got 30 days then. One more scheduling status conference.
Yes, ma'am.
Andale pues. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, Mr. Herrera, have you all been in touch with Mr. Hoagland's office? Are we early?
Yes, ma'am.
We're right on time now. 10:20.
We're right on time, Your Honor. I mean, it is my understanding that there has been some difficulties getting a hold of Mr. Hoagland.
Do you want me to try calling him, Judge?
Sure. And for now, we can get off of YouTube, please.